the participants, we had one of the Rajya Sabha members who had came up and shared that when she entered into that space, when she lay down for this 30 minutes, she entered into that space, she was able to consciously go and pick up chanting. She actually was doing the chanting a few days back. She had wanted to, she really wanted to be able to pronounce the Sanskrit clearly. She wanted to be able to chant and pronounce it properly. And she was not able to do that. And during this initiation, she was able to see and go and literally choose the power of chanting, choose how to chant. And immediately after that, she actually, we told her to take the books and start chanting, start practicing. She was able to feel that whole energy just coursing through her. So, like this, we had many of the participants who had come up and shared. And Swamiji had revealed many more deeper truths and revelations about this whole, about the whole space of Abhyakta. And last many days, Swamiji has been giving us so many initiations on sudden enlightenment. Today, we are going to all be experiencing sudden enlightenment guaranteed. And Swamiji, of course, out of Swamiji's compassion, Swamiji has opened it up for all, for anyone and everyone to come and be a part of this, to come and experience this. And also, actually, there's one small updated announcement for the Chitsava members. We have sent you all another Zoom link because many of you have gathered in this Zoom. We request all the Chitsava members to please check your WhatsApp. You all would have received an updated Zoom link. You all can join there. All the Chitsava members, you all would have received an updated Zoom link and you all can take a moment to join in that Zoom. We have sent you all an updated Zoom link. We request you all to please join that. Yes, requesting all the Chitsaba members to please join that. Please check your WhatsApp. You all should have received an updated Zoom link. All the Chitsaba members, even the Chitsaba members, if you are Rajya Sabha member and the Chitsaba member, please join the Chitsaba Zoom. All the Chitsaba members can join. Even if you are a Rajya Sabha and Chitsaba member, you all can join this Zoom. And here is where all of you will be receiving the Darshan. Ma, Sharmila, Nishala, could you all please also help inform other Chitsaba members who are not here yet? Please could you call all of them? The Darshan is going to be starting in just a few moments. So let's all get ready. And today is going to be a powerful initiation, a very, very powerful initiation. So you all can, let's get ready to receive the darshan. And yes, Ma Paramashakti, please go ahead now. You can continue. You are sharing about your clip. Please come forward. So I just want to take time to brief, update everyone so they all can understand and they can also be in sync. Go ahead, Ma, come forward. You can continue sharing.
Thank you, Ma. 师父说，如果我们是从未显化到显化状态是很容易的。
Swamiji says actually it's very easy for us to move from the Vyakta to Vyakta.
从显化状态到未显化状态是很难的，就好像从大海里要用勺子把大海的水挖空一样。
But if you want to move from the opposite way, it's difficult. It's just like using a spoon to empty the ocean.
所以当我们把投影仪的光关上，进入未显化状态的时候，我们替换影片可以替换成任何影片，可以下载任何能力，可以显化自己，创造出来任何的体验。
So that's why when we turn off the projector, we have the freedom to play any film, can create any experience of the reality that we want.
但是如果我们把投影仪开已经在播放一部影片，我们想把它改掉是非常困难的。
But if we turn on the projector and we're already playing one film, so it's difficult to change it anymore.
我们很多时候用头脑想要去解决问题，头脑的存在焦虑，想要去不停的制造问题、解决问题，就好像是已经在播放了一部影片，我们在屏幕上乱写乱画。
It's like very often we want to use our mind to solve problems, but the mind has its own existential anxiety. So it's like we want to draw or dribble on the already played in film.
在投影的屏幕上乱写乱画。
It's like to dribble, to draw things on the screen that's the projector is projecting on.
但是屏幕里播放的影片并没有任何变化。
But the film that's being projected, it has not been changed or touched.
对，这个是，但是当我们停下头脑的时候，就头脑不是创造的那个部分，是那个背后的意识，是那个我们替换影片的那个地方才是创造的部分。
So the part that's creating is not from the mind. It's not from the mind's creation. It's actually the creation of our consciousness. It's the part that can store the information.
And also, Ma Paramashakti, Swamiji said, see, since you're bringing this projector example, right? They are like a pure canvas. Okay. See, even when you tell we are playing the movie, there is a certain association you are having with that movie because you feel you are picking and choosing. Listen, Swamiji so beautifully explains. I'll come to the same example of a project. You're like a wall, blank wall, white canvas, white screen, whatever. Let's say life is projecting a horror movie, a romantic movie, a rom-com, thriller movie, mystery, sentimental movie, and so many different things. But the crux is whether the movie is a horror movie or a rom-com, or whether it is a thriller movie or a sad movie, or whether the movie is super hit, earned 1,000 crore in the box office, or whether it is a flop. In all of these ups and downs, though all of it happens on the theater screen, the screen itself is absolutely unaffected. That screen is your focal point. It exists. The only feeling that is there is it exists. But the focal point that you have is absolutely untouched, undisturbed by all the tsunamis, earthquakes, whatnot that you create in the external world. All the dramas, all the fights, and all the anxieties, everything that we create in the external world is absolutely like it. Our inner space is unscathed by any of it. It does not be influenced. It cannot be. And that is why Swamiji tells, when you bring your awareness, actually, when Swamiji was reading this, I was thinking, every revelation from the last year or so, Swamiji has been preparing us to receive this truth. Because Swamiji told about seeking the source of the first person. Then Swamiji first revealed about first person, second person, third person. Then Swamiji revealed about seeking the source of the first person. Then Swamiji revealed about how that pure questioning, constantly trying to see who's that I in you. From there, Swamiji spoke about the Navatattvas, all the different things that happen in the cosmos. Then from there, Swamiji mapped it to the cosmos manifesting in you, the Brahmanda manifesting itself in the Pindanda. And from there, Swamiji led us all to this ultimate initiation, giving us the experience of how that I and us. That focal point is Paramashiva, eternal, pure, unchanging, sitting in its blissful state. So when you say the example of moving, Mama, even that, there is a certain association you're making. You're thinking the movie is being projected on us. No. Right now, your past, your present, your future, creation, destruction, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, depression, all of it is happening now in you. Though all of this are happening, your original state as Paramashiva is absolutely untouched. Do you understand?
Yes, ma. No sounds, ma.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Yes. Is there anything else you want to share, ma'am, Paramashakti?
没有，暂时没有想分享，但是我还没有听太关于 nada 和冰度的那个部分。
I don't have anything more to share, but I'm not very clear about the part that you explained on Nada and Bindu.
Thank you for coming up because by answering your question, even I got deeper clicks. The moment I started answering your question, even I got deeper clicks from that because that is why we all need to have Akyata success. You understand? When each of us are sharing, the moment you started talking about it, I started thinking, yes. But Somji also told that, we are not we may be the state on which all of this happened, but we are not affected. That means the original state of us is not affected. So I should also thank you. Thank you for coming up and sharing. Because of you, I got deeper clicks. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'm actually seeing a lot more from all the e-citizens that are logged in here with us. Wong Swanchi, and Ezekiel Aya, Ma Chandravidya, Ma Mugda, and Ma Chetna, Ma Monica Singh. You all can post your questions because I know for the first time when you're hearing such a discussion from us, you may have a lot of questions raising in you. You can all post your questions here. Ma Cecilia, you should join the SJP's room. You should join the Chitsaba members room. And all the Chitsaba members, please rename yourself to Chitsaba member, your SJP IDs. Nityanandam, Ma Lata Hadley and Harish Hadley Aya. Nityanandam, Lata Ma, where is Harish Aya? Call Aya also. It's amazing to song she's been giving. I'm so happy that you both joined the IDs. And yes, I'm seeing so many messages coming in the room, the C citizens room. Each of you can post your click. Can all of you share your click? Can each of you share your clicks? The e-citizens, all the participants, viewers that are joining us, Mana Daisy and Monica, because how do you all connect with when you listen to this? If you have any questions and doubts as well, you can post. Nityanandam, Ma Helen Gomez, Nityanandam, Ma Chetana, Nityanandam, Ma Guru Prasadini, Nityanandam, Ma Nitya Guru Prasadini, you should join the Ratsba room. Ma Shanteshwara. I'm also seeing a few of the Rajya Sabha members who have joined here. Ma Karnan and Ma Chandravidya, Ma Nirada. All of you can join the Rajya Sabha room. Yes. And Gautam Goshaya. Ma Nyanisha, did you understand? Did you click with these groups? There are so many of you joining here. Ma Andrew Bulson and Ma Lee Chen Lee Aya Nityanandam. Guru Sharana Kata Shakti Nityanandam. We have Pal Thakaraya Nityanandam. We have Ma Anastasia Nityanandam, Ma Wendy, Ma Karina Wang. I'm seeing many more people here. Nityanandam to all the e-citizens. I request if each of you can also post in the chat as you are listening to all these sharings from the Parameshwara Sena participants, and as you're listening to all of these truths, what is clicking with you? What are your powerful cognitions? All of you can post it here because right now, to prepare for the satsang, the best way for us to prepare for the satsang, to receive this initiation from Swamiji, is by drilling this truth deeper in us. By understanding and drilling this truth deeper and deeper in us. So this is going to be a very important discussion. Many of you have posted that actually to all the PSS participants, as each of you are coming up and sharing, as each of you were coming up and sharing all the PSS participants, we have many of the e-citizens who have posted that they were able to so deeply connect with it. They were able to understand these truths deeper. So any of you have any questions also, you can post here. Madan Kumar G is asking, my mother, Nityanandama, my mother passed away 8 days back. Can I see Swamiji's darshan? Yes, you can. Today, that is why Swamiji has opened up this darshan for all. Everybody can join. You all can share this link with anybody. This is sudden enlightenment guarantee. All the Chitsabha members, please can all of you also call everybody you know in your zones, any other Chitsabha members. Let us make sure nobody is missing this. All the e-citizens who are joining, all of you can share this link to anyone. You can call your family members, friends. Even if you have somebody who just wants to experience the healing, they can come and attend the darshan, be a part. They will automatically get the healing. They can also receive the darshan from Swamiji and also listen to all of these powerful cognitions. Actually, these are very, very powerful. So reach out to all your family members, friends, and invite anyone and everyone can come. So Madanaya, don't worry, definitely you'll experience the healing and healing through Swamiji's darshan. And now it is time for all of us to get ready to receive the darshan. Please sit straight. Please close your eyes. Let us all prepare ourselves to receive sudden enlightenment. The enlightenment, ultimate enlightenment, sudden enlightenment guaranteed. Please close your eyes, settle down. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Drop any restlessness, any thoughts, anything which comes to your mind. Prepare your mind and your inner space to receive the darshan, to receive sudden enlightenment. Please close your eyes. I request all the members, please make sure, just a few more announcements. Please, can I request everybody to be on camera? Anybody not on camera, we might have to be removing you all from the Zoom due to security reasons. So please be on camera at all times during the darshan. There is continuous Nayana Diksha happening and absolutely no form of video recording, no form of audio recording whatsoever. Any violation of the security protocols will be leaving us with no option but to remove you from the meeting. So please make sure all of you are continuously on camera throughout. Let us all enter into the meditation. Enter into the deep, vital space. Enlightenment itself is given to you. The ultimate is gifted to you as a gift, sweetly, and remain in that space of deep seeking to receive that enlightenment. Continue to remain seated in this space. And as we are all in the meditation, just an important announcement. All the Chitsabha members, do not share this link to anybody. The Zoom is exclusively only for Chitsabha members. All Rajya Sabha members can join the Rajya Sabha Zoom and e-citizens in the respective Zooms. Anybody, any e-citizen or any Rajya Sabha member in Chitsabha Zoom will have to be removing you all from the meeting. Please requesting each of you to join the respective Zooms. Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான் கைலைய நாயக நாடிடுமாட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான் சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான் கைலைய நாயக நாடிடுமாட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான் நித்யானந்தா 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 ஞானமும் கொண்ட சக்தியும் பரமனாக நெஞ்சில் பதித்தது அஷ்டசக்தியும் 10 திசைகளும் உன் புகழை பறைசாற்றியது கைலையை படைத்த கலைஞனே கைலை நாயகா பரமேஸ்வரா உந்தன் அருமையை அகிலம் பரப்பிட படையெடுப்பனே மாஹேஸ்வரா இது ஆதி சைவம் போற்றும் எங்கள் தேசம் ஆடி பாடி கொண்டாடிடும் கூட்டம் என்று முந்தன் அழகு கவிதை பேசும் ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா சிவன் அருளோட சக்திகள் வெளிப்படும் பைரவனின் காவலோட அகிலத்தை ஆண்டிடும் வீரன் அவன் வழி நடந்திட அவனோட வாழ்ந்திட வெளி வந்தே நானும் அவனோட சேன ஒரு பார்வையில் என் முக்கண் திறந்தாய் பரமசிவனாய் வாழ்ந்திட வைத்தாய் நானும் போற்றும் கடவுளே இந்த கலியுகத்தில் என்னை காத்திடுவாய் பார்க்கடல் கடந்திட வந்த நஞ்சை தானே உண்ட நீலகண்டன் இவன் ஆடும் பிரளயத்தை அடங்கியாண்டிட ஆதிசக்தியின் வடிவு கொண்டான் ஆதி சைவத்தை காத்திட வேண்டும் விஸ்வரூபம் எடுத்து நிவா கோடி அடிகளை தாங்கிய பரம்பரை எளிதில் நாங்கள் வீழ்வோமா
மதுரையை ஆளும் அரசனாய் வந்த சொக்கனாய் ஆதி கைலையை அமைத்த நித்யனாய் சென்று கையிலையை செய்த செங்கோல் தாங்கிய சங்கரா
நெஞ்சிலே உனன் குருவையும் உயிர் பக்தியும் கொண்ட தேவனே இங்கு அஹிம்சையே உனன் வாழ்க்கையாய் வைத்து வாழ்ந்திடும் பரமணியடா நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா
I welcome you all with my love and blessings. All the
Recording in progress.
Parama Shivasena Program 11 participants, all the Rajya Sabha members, all the Kailasavamis, all the e-citizens, Kailasa citizens from all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. As the ultimate manifestation of the ultimate Paramashiva, I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramadvaita Praptirastu. Now, what I am going to reveal is not just information or some philosophy. It's a straight truth and initiation. Listen. It's a truth and initiation. Whatever I'm revealing now is not some metaphysical truths, metaphysical ideas, philosophy. It is straight initiation and truth. Look at your mind for a moment. That peculiar stream of thoughts flowing through your awareness right now. The commentary that never stops, that goes on judging you, judging others, judging everything. Every words you hear and process inside you, even these words, when you are listening, immediately you start judging. Have you ever paused to wonder who is exactly talking all this in your head? Listen. Have you ever paused to wonder who is exactly doing all this talking in your head? Almost every one of us pass our entire lives listening to this internal monologue without ever questioning its source. We simply assume that is me thinking and carry on. How many of you assume you are only thinking and you just let go, carry on? You carry on with the conclusion you are only thinking. Raise your hand. Come on. Is it really you? Are you creating these thoughts? Or are they simply arising in you like clouds swarming in the sky? Come on. If that voice is truly you, then who is the one listening to it? Who is aware of these thoughts? If that voice is truly you, is it not that awareness is also you? How can the speaker and listener seemingly existing in the same mind points to something quite extraordinary? About the nature of the consciousness. How many of you understand the listener and speaker both are existing in the same mind? Raise your hand. Now, I wanted to re-reveal and explain something extraordinary. I spoke about it in 2005. The Guaranteed Enlightenment Satsang on Ashtavakra Gita in Bangalore. Now I'm going to reveal it in a different level, I should say, as an ultimate level. your thoughts, when you are able to predict, you are the speaker and you are the listener. When you are not able to predict, you are neither the speaker nor the listener. Listen. Only when you are able to coin the words, predict, you are the speaker and you are the listener. When you are not predicting, when you are not speaking, neither you are the speaker nor you are the listener. How many of you understand this? You can't answer and take it for granted. You are only thinking. No. You can't dump the responsibility on someone else. I am not even thinking. I don't know what is going on inside. No. The thinking in you, the thinking going on in your head is Chit Jatak Granthi. Means it is semi-automated, consciously semi-manipulated system. Listen. When it comes to heart beating, you can say it is beating on its own. Your involvement is practically nothing. But you can't say, you can't think, you can't say you can think as you want forever. How many of you are understanding this unpredictable nature of thought? As you are listening to these truths, there is a voice in your head that is following along. Perhaps it is repeating what I am saying. Perhaps it is commenting on it. Perhaps it is agreeing with it or opposing it, or partially agreeing with it, partially opposing it. Here is a very peculiar thing. If you pay very close to attention to the voice going on inside, you will rather notice something very odd. You cannot predict with certainty what your voice is going to say next. If you decide to stop and utter the words as you want in your head, you can listen also your words. So either your speaker and listener simultaneously exist, or speaker and listener both absent, the some speaking is going on. How many of you understand it? Owning up to all the words which goes on in auto mode is what I call guilt. Not owning up to the words you consciously generate, not owning up the responsibility for the words you consciously generate, is what I call delusion. Listen. Owning up to the words which automatically goes on in auto mode later on is guilt. Not owning up even to the words consciously you generate and listen is delusion, or trying to cover things under the carpet. How many of you are understanding this? You cannot predict with certainty what this voice is going to, what your inner voice is going to say next. That doesn't mean you can't control it. How many of you are seeing? This is like a car, you can put it in autopilot and you can also drive. At some point you drive, at some point you put it in autopilot mode. But unfortunately, even what goes on in the autopilot mode, you take the responsibility, you feel responsible for it. Automatically you feel you are only talking. How many of you understand it? This is utterly superfluous. Listen. Non-recognizing this autopilot mode, non-recognizing this autopilot mode thinking, but trying to own up after the whole thinking is done, is causing extreme confusions. You need to know what is going on inside you. The moment you know, you will become enlightened. Am I doing the thinking, or is thinking happening to me? At some time, you can do thinking, you are doing thinking. At some time, it is happening to you. How many of you understand this? Raise your hand. Now listen. Now listen. How many of you have this extraordinary assumption? Because these thoughts are occurring in your head, even when you are not thinking, you assume it is yours. Even in the autopilot mode, what goes on, you assume it is yours because it is happening in your head. How many of you assume? Raise your hand. Yes. Drop the hands. Listen. When you truly look for the thinker, the one who supposedly initiates each thought, you find yourself in a very curious position. Weird position. When you consciously think, yes, everything is great, right. But when it is going on in auto mode and you try to find who is thinking, suddenly the auto mode stops. How many of you have discovered whenever you become aware and find out who is thinking, the auto mode stops? Great. Great. Listen, I'm going to introduce the third mode. One mode, the auto mode thinking goes on and you are not listening. One mode, consciously you are thinking and you are listening. There is one mode, thought currents are not consciously done by you. You are not consciously thinking, but you are listening. That is in that high emotion, anger. Thoughts just come. They are forced on you. You are only the listener, but not thinker. How many of you have experienced this state? Raise your hand. Listen. Clarity about these three liberates you. Listen. When you are thinking and listening, you have a conscious sovereignty over thinking process. When you are neither thinking, the thoughts are forced on you, it is going on, nor you are listening, but unfortunately you own it up because it goes on in your head. That is deluded, unconscious, or I should say, deluded part of you. The third one, where thoughts are not yours, it is forced, it just flows. You can't control, you can't design, you can't interfere, but you are listening. This is the dangerous mode, dangerous space. In this space, you execute the command of your deluded part. See, when you are neither talking nor listening, both are in auto mode, you only own it up as yours and feel guilty. That is not that dangerous. But when the words seep in from the delusion into your listening, but you can't control the words, that is the dangerous part of you. That is responsible for all sufferings. You may say, your brain is thinking. But you should know. Your heart beating, lungs breathing are completely out of your hands. At least not immediately. If you do specific acts, you can interfere even in that. If you run, you can alter your breathing, your pulse rate, all that is different. But normally, that is why you don't say, I am beating my heart or I am breathing my lungs. No. You know, these are the processes happening in you largely autonomously. But even the autonomously when the thinking is happening autonomously, you own up, and when those thinking is forced on your listening, you execute thinking it is yours. How many of you understand? You are executing somebody else's command continuously and repenting by mistaking that command is yours. Raise your hand. Now, this is very important understanding you need to have. Listen to these three. Drop the hands, listen. One side, consciously you speak, consciously you listen. That is a chit part of you, conscious part of you. We will come to that later. It can be handled easily. Second, the jata part. Neither thinking is you are aware of it, the thinking, nor you are listening to it. Thinker, listener, both are absent. It goes on autonomously. The third, dangerous. From that autonomous thinking zone, the thinking enters into your consciousness. Listening happens consciously, but thinking is not under your control. But you take that as your thinking and start executing. This is what is the third part, Chit Jata Granthi part. How many of you understand? This Chit Jata Granthi part is responsible for all mess in your life. When you are taken over by anger, lust, greed, pain, insecurity, violence, the command is generated by somebody. You are only listening, but you strongly believe you are generating that command and executing it, even putting your life at stake, running behind it. How many of you are getting? Drop the hands. The inner voice, you are only able to listen, but does not have power over. Is not you, which you are not able to think. That is what I call ego. Devil commanding and making you execute. Unfortunately, you own up the devil. You feel the devil is advising you for good. You even have justifications. Knowing that voice has cheated you many times, you still have justification. Listen, obey. Sometimes, to escape from your small mood swings, you make the decision which damages your whole life. To escape from a small pain, you make the decisions which damage your whole life. How many of you understand this? Relax. Now, understand this three component. Chit. You are talking, you are listening. Jata. Neither you are talking nor you are listening. Autonomous. Both autonomous. Chit Jata Granthi. Talking is by somebody else. You can't control it. You can't even alter. You can't censor. You can't edit. You can't put a word extra. You can't reduce a word. It is like forced on you. You are only listening. Just because you are listening it, inside your head, the listener assumes you are the generator of that thinking. Chit Jata, Chit Jata Granthi. This Chit Jata Granthi, your ego, your delusion, this part becomes more and more dangerous, destructive, when you allow more of your life getting occupied by somebody generating the command you don't know, you don't have a control over, but just because you are listening, you are owning it up and feeling it is your command and executing. This component is responsible for all those criminals who are sitting in jails. Nobody is interested in going to jail. Nobody is interested in doing something wrong. But the command is generated by somebody, but because constantly you are listening, you own it up and get into the delusion. You are only talking, it must be your voice, and you start executing. Listen, don't think. This Chit Jata Granthi creates put someone only in the external prison. This is internal prison. All of you are also in a way, kind of a prison, which is just this chit jata granthi, and the decisions you made because of this chit jata granthi, the securities you built around you, which has become many times a prison, the life you built around you, which has become many times prison, many things you built around you, which has become many times prison, is owning up to the voice just because you listen to it, because it is from your head, you think it is yours, you really feel it is yours, but actually you don't know. How can you own up something which you have not uttered? See, if something is yours, then you should be able to edit, add, delete, speak. Are you able to? No. Then how can you own up and execute certain command, some command, which you are not owner, but continuously you believe it is yours? How many of you understand this? Raise your hand. Yes, now I'll give you just 3 minutes. Pen down this chit, jata, granthi, all three. So you are understanding it. Just 3 minutes. Pen down. Because I am interested in you, understanding you. This knowledge will enlighten you. It will give you sudden enlightenment. Now listen. The chit part of you, the voice you can generate, you are listening. That part of you is called buddhi. The voice neither you generate nor you listen. That part of you is called chitta. The part you don't generate the command because you listen. You assume it is yours and you obey. This part is called ego, ahankara. This voice of ego, listen, this is actually the 90% of your life. 90% of your life is dominated by this third component. How many of you understand that? 90% of you is dominated by this third component. Drop the hands. Listen. This voice has been shaped by everything you have ever experienced. Your parents, your education, your books, all the books you read, the conversations you have had, the very culture in which you have grown up. When this voice speaks of I, of me, of myself, what is it really referring to? See, when the chit-chatakrandi, the ego, when this voice is delivering command, it uses the word I, of me, of myself. What is it really referring to? I tell you one small example. It is the politician talking, I am making this decision for all of us. Please, all of you, execute. Do you have a say in the decision? You just execute. And you are convinced you made the decision because you voted 4 years before or 5 years before. Democracy is okay for the nation. I don't want to say yes or no, good or bad and all that. Okay, that is the way it is. But blind way of living is not right for yourself. When the voice, your ego speaks of I, of me, myself, what is it really referring to? Is it referring to the true you or merely a character it has been rehearsing all your life? How many of you understand? From the moment we learn language, we are taught a most peculiar game. We are given a name and told, you are this. You are Ram or Suresh. I always refer these names because in India, if you scream Ram, 1/3 of the country will turn and see you. If you just shout Ram, 1/3 of the country will turn and see you. In Tamil Nadu, if you scream Muruga, 1/3 of the Tamil Nadu will turn and see you. In Tiruvannamalai, if you call Arunachalam, 1/3 of Tiruvannamalai will turn and call you, see you. In Tiruvarur, if you call Tyagaraja, 1/3 of Tiruvarur will turn and see you. Listen, this peculiar game of name, as if this collection of sensations, feelings, experiences, all is a one continuity you get deluded by that one word called your name. How many of you are cracking it? Because you believe in your name, and that name gives you the false idea of continuity, and because you believe in that false continuity, all that goes on inside you, you own it up and go to the extreme of executing it, even sacrificing your life many times. Your joy, love, you are ready to go through so much pain and you are doing it. How many of you understand this whole drama? Gradually, through the years, you build up a story. I was born on such and such a date. These parents to these parents in this place. The voice in your head becomes the narrator of the story, constantly upgrading your biography, constantly telling you who you are. On and on it goes, weaving this fictional character. You take it as yourself. How many of you understand? This is the way the development of the ego, personality is done in you. I give you a few more minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, just jot down how your personality, ego is created. Pen down. But if you see, this is a case of a mistaken identity of the most profound kind. With how many of you this clicks? Oh God, this is really, really, really most profound mistaken identity. All the things stuffed as no my contribution, and I go on be executing this order. I continuously execute the order, and literally I have no role in generating the command. How many of you understand it? And these people want freedom. How many of you are right now seeing your ego is mistaken identity of the most profound kind? Drop the hands. It's like going to the theater, becoming absorbed in the play so deeply, you forgot you are watching actors. Actually, your case is worse than that because the play has been going on so long, your entire life, that you have utterly forgotten. It's a mistaken identity of the most profound kind is performing this whole thing. This separate self, this ego, as I named it, for your understanding, for our convenience, we named the Chit Jata Granthi. Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. This separate self, this Ahamkara, ego, is the source of all Maya, all illusion, all delusion, and it is not actually an entity at all. I enlightened all of you about your buddhi, your chitta, your ego, which is source of all illusion and delusion. It's a process. It is something your organism is doing. But not something your organism is. It is something you believe your being is doing, but not what your being is. How many of you are getting it? When you say, I think or I feel, what exactly is this I think or I that thinks and feels? If you try to point it, what can you point to? Your body? But your body is constantly changing. Once in every 7.5 years. That is why in Hindu tradition, in our horoscope, we kept it sunny for 7.5 years. Once in 7.5 years, your body completely changes. How many of you know that? Every cell is replaced. Your memories to change. Some fade, some are embellished, some are entirely fabricated without even you realizing it. Your memories change, your bodies change, your ideas about you change. Your name gives you the delusion of continuity stops you experiencing eternity. The delusion of continuity stops you experiencing eternity. Note down this word. This is the most powerful cognition. When you look for your true self, it's like you trying to catch your own shadow. The closer you get, the more it recedes. How desperately you cling to it, how terrified you feel at the prospect of losing this sense of self. How many of you understand? You are terrified at the prospect of losing this sense of self. That is why you continue to cling to this delusion. That's the true pathology. See, the separate self is a useful social convention, like a money, everything, how the idea of time is useful. For socially it is useful. Money is socially useful. But not the truth. The separate self, ego, socially useful as social convention, like money, but not the truth. We all agree to pretend it exists because it makes certain interactions possible. But the trouble begins when we mistake this convenience for the sake of the truth, as a truth. See, the real trouble begins when we mistake the convention for reality as the truth. There's a most peculiar paradox at the center of this seeking the truth. Listen, I am actually decoding that 4 Mahavakya of Upanishads for all of you. Naham deham, koham soham. Later on I'll explain. This is the Mahavakya I am decoding step by step for all of you. The most peculiar paradox at the heart of this seeking the truth, when you attempt to observe the voice in your head, to watch your own thoughts as they raise. Who exactly is doing the watching? It seems there is an observer standing apart from the thoughts, doesn't it? Tell me. It seems like observer is standing. That is why you are able to seek, watch. But if you look closely at this observer, you will notice something extraordinary. It too becomes an object of observation. You can observe even the observer. If you have done ajapa, you can understand what I am saying. In the beginning of the ajapa, you will try to do Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Then you can make that Shiva, Shiva repeat, and one part of you can observe, one part of you will be doing the japa. If you go deeper, one part of you will be doing the japa, one part of you will be observing, one part of you will be observing the japa and the observer both. If you have done ajapa japa sadhana, you will understand what I am revealing. Even the observer becomes an object of observation. You can see everything except the seeing itself. In Upanishads, we have a beautiful verse. Sarva Sakshi Bhutam. Gita again. This word, Sarva Sakshi Bhutam. The word is used. Sakshi. Other than the seeing, you can see everything. This Sakshi Bhutam, this witnessing presence that is aware of everything, including your thoughts, the pure subject, which can never become an object. How many of you understand this truth? Sakshi, listen. This Sakshi, the pure witness, the pure awareness,
II in the United States of America, the United Ancient Nations is an intergovernmental organization currently made up of 160 plus members and indigenous nations. The UAN and its work are guided by the purposes and principles contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally. Our governance structure is council-based without territorial claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of Kalasa serves as the first indigenous nation specifically for Hindus. Kalasa's mission is focused on the revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilization with a formal governance structure including a head of state, ministers, and ambassadors. Under the leadership of SPH, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, Kalasa has achieved recognition as a sovereign subject of international law, possessing distinctive attributes of juridical statehood. The United States of Kalasa is the main sponsor of the proposed UAN headquarters. This initiative would bring forth an estimated $100 million in revenue for the host country through summits, conferences, tourism, and development projects. The proposed UAN headquarters would represent the world's indigenous nations and peoples through its architectural design. It would blend the best of all worlds, featuring top modern architecture, the highest green building standards, and ancient Vastu architectural principles. This headquarters would serve as a central hub for indigenous diplomacy, cultural preservation, and collaborative efforts towards sustainable development and global peace. Through this initiative, we aim to create a dignified platform for indigenous leadership rooted in ancestral wisdom, cultural legitimacy, and collaborative innovation, enhancing global dialogue and regional stability. The establishment of the UAN headquarters would position a host country at the forefront of a global movement promoting indigenous wisdom while creating significant economic opportunities for the nation and its people. Across the turquoise waters of the Caribbean, a historic movement is
Giving a
rising.
few minutes so all of you can type out your understanding. So each of you can type out what you have understood. And I remember Samjay saying about this Deham, Naham, Koham, Soham. Samjay tell in a satsang in 2022 about how just understanding this, that going to the sea, questioning who is that I? Who is the source of all the thinking? Yes, Divya has posted, I can only not observe the seeing itself. Exactly. And everything else, all the things that there is. Like such profound way, Swamiji deciphered how our human mind works, and he just so clearly put it out to us. When Swamiji was telling this, it was like, our mind always we think is such a chaos. So we cannot declutter it to see what exactly, dissect it to see this is a part, this is how it is, this is how it is. But so powerfully, in such simple language, Swamiji put it out very clearly for us. Right? Can I request all the viewers, all the Rajya Sabha members, Chit Sabha members, and the e-citizens, can I request all of you to take a moment to type it out? Because Swamiji revealed the three important components: the Chit, the Buddhi, and the Jata, the Chitta, and Chit Jata Granthi, Ahankara, ego. Such profound definition of Ahankara, every word. To give this, I can't even summarize the satsang, or I can't even give a gist, because every word Swamiji revealed is so powerful and so profound. And I'm still cognizing, understanding,
and trying to wrap my head around it, because in such simple words, Swamiji revealed one of the most amazing science, or one of the most peculiar questions that we all carry in our inner space. Ma Shivaike Surupani has posted, Swamiji mentioned a word in Upanishads, Sakshi Bhutam, this witnessing presence that is aware of everything, including your thoughts. Pure subject which can never become an object. Actually, Ma, see, not just becoming observant of your thoughts. Swamiji revealed something deeper. We already have a component, like right now, if you choose to, you can observe your thoughts. But what Swamiji is saying is that Sakshi Bhutam is that pure witness, observing even the observer who's observing your thoughts. That is a lot more deeper, you understand? Ma Shivaike Sarupini. Because Swamiji revealed like so beautifully, right? There is right now, if we close our eyes, we know the part of us that's thinking. We can observe the thoughts. Like right now, I can observe what is running in me. But Swamiji revealed that Sakshi Bhutam is that pure witness being able to observe even the observer that is observing the thoughts. Means if you go a little deeper, not just you're able to observe the thoughts, you'll suddenly start observing that there's a part of you observing the thoughts. There is an observer observing your thoughts. Sri Divya has posted, what a clear and simple organization of the truth we are experiencing and being subject to. Absolutely, yes. Today, this satsang, I was so deeply able to connect to it, like so clearly, because the chaos that happens in our head, we just cannot understand it. Like Samji told, even when it is happening in Jata, like we assume the responsibility for it. Like it is though both the speaking, the thinking and the listening is happening in autopilot mode. But we assume the responsibility for it and we feel guilty about it. That is also not okay, but one level it's okay. But beyond that, when this leaks into the listener, means the thinking happens in the autopilot mode. From that autopilot mode, it leaks into your listening and we start executing it. We start acting upon it, making decisions upon it. That ahankara, that was so profound. Like the way Swamiji dissected all the three, the Chit, the Jata, and the Chit Jata Granthi. And also Swamiji told one powerful cognition from the whole satsang. What is that? Who can, all of you can post. Swamiji said, this is the most important truth. This is the powerful cognition. Can you all type it out? What is that one powerful cognition? Vimal Patelaya, you have put ego stops you experiencing eternity. The stops you experiencing eternity is right. But Swamiji said something very specific. Yes, your name. And the most important truth, Swamiji said, the perceived continuity, because your name, everything changes. Your body changes, your thinking changes, your memory changes. And Swamiji said even, sometimes memory can even be fabricated by us. That was like another big shock. But anyways, so your memory changes, everything changes. But the name that you have, the perceived continuity the name gives, stops you from experiencing eternity. Wow. Just wow. What an amazing truth. Yes, Shiv Panditaya, your name gives you a sense of continuity, but you miss that you are eternity itself. Yes. And not just it, it stops us from experiencing the eternity because it gives us a sense of perceived continuity. It stops us from experiencing eternity. Yes, I request all of you to post, continue to post. The satsang is going to be continuing right now. Let us take a few minutes to post. Each of you can pen down your understandings. I'm seeing so many of you have posted, so many of you are posting your clicks. The way how Swamiji organized, laid out very clearly, took it part by part, Chit, Jata, and the Chit Jata Granthi, which is basically the Buddhi, the Chitta, and the Ahankara. And so precisely laid it out for us so we can understand our mind. Ma Nitya Nateshwari is posted, it was wow. And Marashmi Dubey, that's correct. Yes, that was the main powerful cognition. The name gives that perceived sense of continuity, stops us from experiencing the eternity. And we are going to be, the satsang is going to be continuing. We are going to be continuing the satsang, requesting all of you to, please remain seated. Let us type it out. Let us type out the understandings. In just a few more moments, the satsang is going to be continuing. The powerful truths that Swamiji is revealing. And all the viewers, all those that are watching us on YouTube, and all the citizens, e-citizens that are logged in here, can all of you also post what all each of you are understanding? Ram R has posted, my biggest click is voice is a body process. It's not an I. So the same voice every day is not I continuous. Actually, yeah, see, Swamiji told, right? That voice, if you try to find the source, who's creating these ideas? What is the source of that autopilot thinking in us, that ahankara? Just when Swamiji was telling it, I was having that question, and Swamiji so beautifully answered. You cannot put your finger to one particular point because it's a summation of all the cognitions, words, dialogues that you've had from your parents, teachers, school, religion, church, so many different concepts. A summation of all of it together.
Om, om, om. Blessings to all of you. Sorry for the technical glitch. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Repeat. Om, om, om. Om, om, om. Listen. Yes. We have been conditioned to believe. Listen. I was explaining about Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. In everything, that pure Sakshi. In the West, we have been conditioned to believe that consciousness is something the brain produces. Like how the liver produces bile. As if it is an epiphenomenon, the side effect of neural activity. How many of you understand this is not a complete, perfect, or truthful understanding? See, this is like the screen on which you are watching the movie is producing the movie. If someone tells that screen on which you are watching the movie is only producing the movie, how foolish it is. Same way, the screen receives the signal and shows it. same way, brain receives consciousness, but not producer. So understand, this Sakshi, Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam, is consciousness that is not produced by brain. Listen. All Vedanta Sampradaya, Advaita, Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, Shankara Advaita, all of you should know, the classical Advaita is different from Shankara's Advaita. Many of you are thinking Shankara is the Acharya who promoted the Advaita. Sure, but his school of Advaita is not as the classical Advaita. If you go and see, read, his own guru's guru, Shankara's guru Govindabhata, Govindabhata's guru Gaudabhata. Gaudabhata's Mandukya Karika, if you read, you will get the glimpse of the classical Advaita. And if you read Shankara's Advaita, means his own books, the books he wrote, like Viveka Chudamani, all of it. The Shankara's Advaita is different from classical Advaita. Listen, all these Advaitas, Advaita, Visishtadvaita, Dvaita, Shuddhadvaita, all Advaita, all Vedantic traditions accept the one truth. Consciousness is the fundamental ground of the being. That Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam, which I was describing, is the consciousness which is ground of all being. Listen, if you want health, you need to get involved with your body and do yoga. If you want enlightenment, you need to get involved with your inner space, consciousness, and see what is going on and awaken yourself. What? The Upanishads calls as Brahman or Paramashiva, Parandama. That is that Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. When that mirrors in individual being, we call it Atma. Atma is that Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam in individual. Consciousness without commentary is what I call Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. when you are in deep meditation, ajapa japa, or after puja just sitting in unclutched space, in that pure silence, sarvadi sakshibhutam comes out, removing all the veils, all the masks, all the makeup. You get Vishwarupa Darshana. You become vivid, real. The commentary inside you stops. But that Sarvadi Sakshibhuta remains. How many of you experienced it at least once? Raise your hand. During initiation or unclutching. That's all. Listen. Listen. The true nature of consciousness might not be the inner voice at all, but the Sarvadi Sakshibhutam, in which these voices come and go. They all come and go. That Sarvadi Sakshibhutam is not the thoughts, but knowing of the thoughts. As soon as you try to grasp this pure awareness, to hold it, examine it, it slips away. It disappears. Like you try to hold the river in your hand, in your palms, it disappears. It slips away. The very act of trying to observe it turns it into an object which it can never be. So you can only be. The observer who observes the observer. Now, I'll initiate all of you into this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, sudden enlightenment, guaranteed. Sit. If you have Atmalinga, take the Atmalinga and keep it on your Anandagandha. If you don't have Atmalinga, just sit. Close your eyes. See who is thinking, who is listening to thinking, who is observing the thinking and listening, who is observing the observer. Sit. Sarvadi Sakshibhutam. Everyone here experience the pure consciousness. Sakshi. Nirvikalpa samadhi praptiras. Sarvadi sakshibhutam. Anecha degam manaso javiyo nainaddevo apnuvan purvamarshat tattavadoda jnanatyeti tishtattasmin nabo madarishvadatat. The motionless one faster than mind, and devas and senses could not overtake it, which ran before. Sitting it goes faster than those who run after it, by it all pervading. This is the all pervading, deeper than the air that supports the all living beings. Nirvikalpa samadhi praptiras. Tattvamasi. Nirvikalpa samadhi praptiras. Sarvadi sakshibhuta. Om. I bless you all with Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Paramadvaita. I'll continue to expand the deeper truths tomorrow the same time in the satsang. Again tomorrow same time, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. EST. We'll have enlightenment guaranteed initiation sessions. All of you are welcome to experience deeper truths. I'll explain how the Chit and Jata can be used, manipulated for your sudden enlightenment. With this, I bless you all. Paramadvaita Praptirastu. Blessings.
Let us all bow down, offering our gratitude to Swamiji. Revealing such profound truths for us to be able to understand our mind, understand our thinking. Actually, even before we all talk anything, can all of you take a moment? How many of you are feeling like that aha moment in you? You're like, oh my God, yes, 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 yes. And for the first time, I was able to understand what this Chit Chata Granthi is so deeply, deeply engraved into the inner space, like so powerfully Swamiji has revealed every truth. I see all Chitsapa members waving your hands. Yes. Oh, Vinayaka he also has posted. He has posted this is the first time Chit-Chata Granthi hit me and got bolted inside me. So beautifully explained by Swamiji. Absolutely. And Divya has posted he understood it at an operational level. Yes. Who can understand when would we ever be able to cognize how Swamiji so beautifully mapped the Chit Jata and the Chit Jata Granthi, how Swamiji mapped so precisely, enabling us to understand. Like today, I felt Swamiji took our minds out, very neatly laid it out for us, and dissected part by part, and made us see, understand it. Whether when Swamiji told about how the Buddhi, Chitta, and Ahankara functions, ego, like always, our idea of ego is so different. But here, how Swamiji came and precisely pulled it all out and laid it out for us. Come on, can I request everybody in the all the e-citizens room? Can all of you please take a moment and type out? What did you all click with? Can I request every one of you to please type out? Requesting all of you to please take a moment, please type out. And if you actually have a notebook, you should maintain a notebook where you can write it down. Because when you're feeling this, oh my God, yes, 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 yes moment in you, and when you write it down, it so deeply gets engraved into your system. You don't even need to look at something else to remember it. Like every word of today's satsang is so profound. From the very beginning, how Swamiji revealed about the thinking process in us, what we think, the autopilot mode. We think, we assume responsibility even when our mind, when our thinking happens. The listener and the thinking, both are happening in autopilot mode. But we assume the responsibility for it and we experience guilt. We repent about it. We experience guilt. And like someone said, even that is okay. It's not that it's not right, it's okay. But the most dangerous is the third thing, ahankara, the chit jata granthi, where this leaks, this autopilot mode leaks and seeps into your listening, and it starts generating the command and you start executing it. Ma Divyananda has posted, I have earlier attended the Chit Jata Granthi initiation from Swamiji. Today it was next level altogether. So clearly explained by Bhagavan, so deep and understanding. It is so clear now. Absolutely. Yes, Ma. And the way that's what even Vinayakaya and many others have posted. Because Swamiji has always conducted this Chit Jata Granthi Bhedana initiations and processes. And Swamiji is very deeply revealed it to us. And I also remember in one satsang, Swamiji will say that chit, the consciousness, the closest matter to consciousness, jata, is our DNA. The closest matter to our consciousness is DNA. And Swamiji was telling how that is programmed by the sounds we continuously generate. Today I understood. There's a whole satsang about it. I remember this so well because Swamiji explains how the chit, the consciousness, the closest matter to consciousness is jata, DNA. And this is coiled together around with the sounds that we generate in us. Swamiji said all the words. That's why Swamiji said what you listen to, what you cherish is so important. Today, when Swamiji revealed about this whole autopilot mode thing, I understood to what level this sounds impacts us, influences us, because our DNA and consciousness is tied together with these sounds. So it was so profound the way Swamiji revealed it today. And yes, can I request all the others, even Paramashiva Sena participants, can I request you all to take a moment, write it down? What did each of you understand? And once you have written down, you are welcome to come up and share your clicks. If you allow me, I can go on for the next 1 hour because I'm like so excited with every truth about Swamiji's words, every single truth that Swamiji revealed today. But I also like to request and have all of you come up and share your clicks, because this is a space in which power manifestation happens. How many of you are feeling so fresh? Like your whole brain is feeling so fresh, so wow, so aware and so conscious? Exactly. The initiation is so powerful. The way how Swamiji laid it out for us. Anyone in Saint Kitts wants to come up and share? In Saint Kitts, once you have written down and if you have processed, if you have wrapped your head around it, you can come up and share. Yes, I am seeing so many messages here. Ma Prematasi has posted, the delusion of continuity is useful for social interactions, but not truth. Brain receives consciousness and not produce it. Ajapa Japa makes us observe the observer. Ajapa Japa itself, yes, that's one tool, but Swamiji gave that as an example. See, that Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam, that pure witness. And today when Swamiji told, Swamiji explained in that pure witness, that Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam only, all the things happens, your identity, thoughts, everything is getting created in that pure consciousness, but that is not producing it. Just like the theater screen is not producing the movies, that is not generating the movies, that's just a mere screen on which all the movies are projected. And I was able to understand this deeper because over the last few days Samji has been explaining to us about the focal point, right? How the focal point is where all the things simultaneously, spontaneously keeps happening. It all comes and goes. Fabio Aya, Ishana Fabio Aya has posted, the way thoughts work has struck me, and knowing that there is a name and that pure awareness is pure observer that removes the makeup. So it gives me an awareness of meditation and the effects it has on the thought process. Gratitude. It came at the right time. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Aya. Thank you for sharing. Ishana Fabio, Aya. Ma Rashmi Dubey has posted, for the past few months, Swamiji has been revealing these understandings to us, one after another, as pure downloads. We had no idea where they were coming from, yet they kept flowering inside us. We kept contemplating, and today, when Swamiji spoke the same truths, it was a direct confirmation, everything we had already been contemplating. So thankful to Bhagwan. So beautiful. Actually, whenever we are in that Shakti Pada, whenever we are in that feeling connection, because we are a quantum field, we are not like matter, we are a field, quantum field. The moment you connect, the whole being and body raises to that higher space. That's what is Shakti Pada. And in that Shakti Pada, you are able to receive from Swamiji with 10 times more intensity. I don't even think 10 times is it's there's like, it is just instantly you'll be able to receive these experiences from Swamiji. That's what you have shared. Yes, my Isabel has posted, who's thinking, who's listening, and who's seeking. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. The beautiful explanation, Ma Jalandhara Sita has posted, the beautiful explanation of Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. We chanted, but knowing what it truly means, the depth Swamiji explained, wow. Consciousness without commentary, that pure awareness, pure witness. Yes. For me, the best example was Ajapa Japama. When Swamiji said, like, that is so true, we chant. And when we are continuously chanting, like for example, whenever we manifest powers or whenever you do the Ajapa Japa of Mahavakya, we chant. And I have observed that, there's a part of me that is observing. But for the first time, I cognize that means there is another part of me that's observing my own observer. There is a part of us that's deep inside, pure Sakshi, witness, observing the observer. Yes, that is so beautiful. Yes, Nitish, come forward, please. Come forward and share. Like I said, if you allow me to talk, I'll go on talking. There's just so much. I'm so excited with what Swamiji revealed. But please, all of you also come up and share. Go ahead.
Nityanama, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So one thing which Swamiji said was so powerful was the name that we attach gives us the delusion of the illusion of continuity. It generated the click in me that the name is kind of we are attaching this label on ourselves, or it has been attached to us, that label, and that is what is going from moment to moment, Nitish, 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 and that's what's just kind of solidifying that identity. That so it's also like attached to. You can also think of it like the conclusions that we keep forming, the labels that we form on different things in around us, and those labels are what solidify everything as it is. And that gives us the illusion of continuity from moment to moment, and that's what keeps us in the either in the past, holding on to the dead past. So the Nitish 1 minute ago, or even 1 moment ago, is a dead past. So but that Nitish that carries forward in my consciousness, that label is what is giving me the illusion of continuity, and that's why I would stay the same, not grow. That would hold me back. But if if I become aware of that, then that's what lets me grow and actually experience Paramashivatva, eternity, as Swamiji said. And yeah, one as Swamiji said.
Exactly. So
And,
beautifully said. Because also, like Swamiji said, Aya, that the perceived continuity of the name, the illusion of continuity that the name creates, stops us from experiencing the eternity. That was like so powerful for me also, like you said, because temporary continuity that we perceive makes us forget that whole eternity that lies in front of us. And somebody told that our body is not the same, our thoughts are not the same, nothing, our emotions are not the same. Even our memories are fabricated. That, like somebody said, even our memories are fabricated. Yet, just this name gives us that perceived sense of continuity, which stops us from experiencing eternity. That was profound. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would also like to share one, like the experience that I've had with this question, which Swamiji, also said, who am I? Have this question, who am I? And, you know, w- what I experienced was that, I would start observing the thoughts and try to figure out, okay, who is looking at those thoughts? And then I would kind of stop at, okay, this is me. I would be pointing somewhere that this is me. And then for a few moments, of course, I would be satisfied that this is me. I found me. But then I would realize, okay, but there, who is pointing to that I? So that I is the false identity, uh, which, because I stopped there, that's why it became that false identity. But as I kept going back, that, okay, I'm pointing to that, so let me find who is pointing to that identity, that observer. And then again, after a few moments, I would get exhausted and stop there, that this is, okay, this is me, I'm satisfied now. But then, okay, who is looking at that? And keep going back. And I think Swamiji has described this as, you try to grab onto a soap in water, and the soap keeps slipping out of your hand. And eventually the soap just dissolves in the water and it just leaves the water, right? It just dissolves into everything. And that's when the experience of just being, you experience that, just being. So yeah, that resonated very strongly. Swamiji, with what Swamiji was explaining today.
Exactly. Actually,
What
this
Swamiji was explaining today.
gave a Ishavasya Upanishad verse line, right? In 2015, Swamiji written, consciousness is manaso javiya, swifter than the mind. Like Swamiji told today, the moment you try to put a frame to it, anything you describe about it only becomes an attribute to it because it's already expanded beyond it. How much ever you try to describe it, you try to describe a consciousness, you try to describe saying, this is it, this is that, all of it. By the time your mind grasps it, it's already beyond because it's ever expanding, ever changing. Tadde jati, tanne jati, taddure tadvantike. It is like it's further than the furthest point, nearer to you than the nearest point in you, yet you cannot grasp it, because if you try to grasp it, even whatever you've grasped is only merely an attribute. It has already grown beyond that. It was like so powerful. And also what you're telling, Aya, when we look back over the last 1 year, Swamiji has been preparing us step by step to receive this truth. Swamiji spoke about this seeking the source of the first person. Who am I? What am I? Why am I? How am I? And then there's a satsang. Swamiji has given a satsang series. Nitishaya, you should listen to it and you will really enjoy it. In 2016, Swamiji gave a satsang series on Kenopanishad. So Swamiji will say, don't ask who am I. You're already assuming there's an I. You already have an assumption about the I. Ask, by whom am I? Kene Shitam. That's why there'll be a verse in that Kenopanishad, which Swamiji will describe, where the verse will say that, like, Yat chakshusha na pashyati, yena chakshu gumshi pashyati. Means, what is the source? Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yad vachoha vacha. Means, the the life, what makes your ears to be able to listen, what creates the listening, like that. There's be a whole series of questions. Swamiji so beautifully, step by step by step by step, guide us into asking that question. And so beautifully, finally, Swamiji will reveal how we are that, Swamiji is talking about that focal point in that satsang. And it's a very, very powerful satsang series. You should watch it, because the thought current that you clicked with, you'll very, very deeper way, you will understand what Swamiji revealed today if you watch that satsangs. That's like a prelude to this. So you should watch it. You'll understand it a lot more deeper and you'll be able to connect with it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, and one thing more, which was very, you know, it raises goosebumps in me. Today, when Swamiji was when he started the initiation, he used the word. He said many lines, but there was one word: motionless, but faster than light. This paradoxical, this kind of a thing. It just gives you it takes you beyond logic, and trying it kind of connects you to uh, the expansiveness of this state that Swamiji is initiating us into, motionless but faster than light.
Absolutely, yeah, yes. And every word of today's satsang, I mean, I really don't know. I'm struggling to put a gist today's satsang. I don't know how to put it because every single word, the only thing I can do is I can sit and repeat the whole satsang. Even then, I will not do justice to it because what Swamiji has revealed is so powerful. And thank you so much for coming up and sharing, Aya. And
Thank you.
right now, Nitishaya, see, the experience that you're all having of going beyond sleep, or the time bending, where you like you today morning you shared, right? You slept only for few hours, but you felt it was such a deep, the time extended, like the time stood for you to be able to have enough rest. It is because continuously see the kind of conversations, the thinking that Swamiji is leading us into. Our whole inner grammar, the inner vocabulary, the self-talk. Today, when I asked you all to come up and share, every one of you came up and so boldly declared, I am the ultimate. I am Paramashiva. Even for us to be able to make that declaration, that space, that continuous ecosystem Swamiji is giving, this is the most conducive ambience for you to manifest powers. So right now, sit, pick up any power you want. Just sit, explore with that powers. Just play with that powers. You will have a breakthrough.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Who else is coming up? You can come up and share, come up to the mic in all the PSS participants. And to all the e-citizens, every one of you that have logged in here in the e-citizens room, for all of you to experience this, you all can come attend the Paramashiva Sena. You can make this as an experience for you because Swamiji is literally gifting us the science. He's making it, not just Swamiji is revealing it to us. He's literally boldening it inside us, making us manifest powers, making us understand, cognize, and experientially live it. Yes. Vinayakaya, do you want to share? Because I see continuously you've posted so many messages. I think you can better come and share. Go ahead.
Nityanandamma. Yeah, it's an amazing satsang. Means out of the world. This was like super good satsang. It was. I don't have really words to just soaking everything. And finally, what Swamiji said, actually, I think it was in the Shvetottara Agama. I think he says that the sound where Paramashiva explains to Devi, where Swamiji is explaining that the sound is the original sin. So Swamiji is trying to explain that one, and that is when I understood, oh yeah, these words, the Chikjata Granti, the words which have been formed because of the Granti, and that is one of, and Swamiji basically beautifully said it is the Granti, that Chikjata Granti is what is the root cause of all our problems, and that is formed by all these opinions, words which you keep on hearing and which you keep on talking to yourself. So that is when I also understood that one, and yeah, amazing one is that yeah, name gives us the delusion of continuity, right, and stops you from experiencing nitya. Yeah, so it's too good today. It's too good. Yeah, wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes, yeah. And actually, each of these truths, when we sit and share, right now, actually, all of us can do it. When we sit and question these conclusions or the understandings we have, we will delve even deeper into what Swamiji
Yes,
has
ma'am.
revealed. And that's always because when Swamiji talks, Like
Yes.
the same satsang, if I go back now and watch the Ishavasya Upanishad satsangs from 2015, I'll have a much more deeper understanding of it. Because that's why every time, like when Sir Sam Swamiji revealed about seeking the source of first person, my understanding of it was to one extent, like, okay, trying to explore who am I, what am I. But now when I look back, or the same example I gave, right, the jata being the closest to the consciousness, the DNA being closest to consciousness and being tied by sound, I grasped it only to one extent at that time. But today I understood, oh God, this is what Swamiji has been saying. When Swamiji told your DNA and consciousness are tied together by the sound, that is the granthi that forms. And I was like mind blown. We understand it only from the level that we are in. And that's why the more and more we keep re-listening again and again, we go deeper.
Absolutely, Ma. Absolutely. Yeah. Especially the Kenop, all the Upanishad talks, right? It's like, it's literally the best pastime to have, the bestest pastime to have. Bestest pastime to have.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Aya. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing and putting it beautifully. And all of you, everyone, see, even in the Rajya Sabha room, can I request all of you also to type it out? Type out more, verbalize each of it. You will have phenomenal breakthroughs with power manifestation. You will have so many different shifts and breakthroughs. Just sit and cognize. Ma Ganga Priya is waiting to share. Go ahead, Ma Ganga Priya, go ahead. Yes.
Consciousness
Ma, no audio is coming through.
Consciousness is from the brain. We are the witness of thoughts in mind and the ego, ahanga, buddhi, and chitta. And the false identity is the chitta, jaka, and granthi. And the process of witness the sarvadi, sachiputam, is the buddhi, chitta, and the ego, and the witness of the observing. And the witness of the observing.
Yes, just one small correction. Swamiji told, see, you said consciousness is from the brain. Swamiji said no. Swamiji said consciousness is not from, it's not like how we understand as a neural activity from the brain.
It's not from the brain.
It's not from the brain. Yes, if you told, then it's correct. I heard it as you telling consciousness is from the brain. Because Swamiji said consciousness, like a brain just reflects it, like how a projector only projects the movie. Consciousness is not from the brain. It's not like a neural activity that happens in the brain which generates consciousness. That, yes, that's if you're told it's not from the brain, that's correct. Because Swamiji told it's not from the brain specifically. Yes, that's right. Ma Ganga Priya. Listen, I want to tell this to you, Ma Ganga Priya. You should start using all of this to upgrade your self-talk, the inner conversations that are happening. Now do you see to what level Swamiji is taking it to? See, the whole battlefield is different now. You don't need to sit and juggle between am I complete or incomplete? No, it's just out of question. You are completely in a different level, different plane now altogether. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for coming up and sharing, Ma Ganga Priya. Yes. Next, who wants to come up? Who else wants to come up? And share your clicks, your powerful cognitions. And as we do it, can I request everybody to please take the Atmalinga without manifesting powers? This satsang, we should grasp, we need to manifest powers to settle this experience and energy in us. Can I request all of you to please take Atmalinga? Just 10 minutes spent. Just 10 minutes. Can I request all of you to pick up Atmalinga in your hand? Please keep the Atmalinga on your palm. Take the Atmalinga, keep your palm flat. Keep the Atmalinga on your palm. Yes. And just, you only need to do one thing. Just sit. Don't try to do you don't need to consciously intervene and try and do something. You're going to be just sitting and intensely remembering the words. automatically the consciousness will just manifest and you'll have a breakthrough. Ma Pamela Singh, Nityanandam. Ma Pamela Singh. You also sit, hold the Atmalinga and manifest. Just 10 minutes. Bhupendra Ghoderavaya. I'm not understanding your question. What is the IA? I'm not understanding. What you're saying, Aya? 3 IAs means? Are you asking about the 3 things that Swamiji revealed? The Chit, the Jata and Chitchata Granthi. Is that what you're asking about, Aya? But you've put that last word you put, I'm not understanding. So please, if you could clarify the question, I'll be able to answer that. Yes, Ma Shivaika Sarupini, right. Somebody said the Chit Chata Granthi is what our being does, not what our being is. Right. All of you sit. Just remember Swamiji's words in you. Sit. Keep the Atmalinga in your hand. And again and again, let us resonate and become that pure Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. Even though there might be a part in you now waiting, expecting you to manifest, expecting you to do something, observe that part. There is another part of you that is observing it. Go a little deeper. There's a part of you, pure witness, Sakshi, observing the observer and the part of you that is manifesting powers, all of it together. Your focal point. Just experience that pure witness. Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. And as you're continuing to manifest, chant the Mahavakya. Don't try to consciously do something. Don't try to do anything. Just relax into that space. Be a pure witness. Our manifestation will be a byproduct.
Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Try to intervene. Don't try to do anything. Just resonate with the satsang deeply. Just sit intensely resonate with this satsang and be that pure Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam, witnessing all your expectations, anything that's happening in you, and just pure consciousness as a pure Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam, sit down and witness and manifest.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, please relax. Just settle down in this powerful space and don't have any other distractions, any other conversations. Just when you go back, continue to think deeply because tomorrow we're going to go deeper into these truths. All of you continue to think deeply and just fall into this space. Like Swamiji blessed all of us, we will fall into that Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So don't have any other conversations or distractions. Just enter into that pure Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. And let us all offer our gratitude to Swamiji, bowing down to the divine lotus feet of Swamiji and concluding with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you all. And to all the e-citizens, every one of you that joined us on YouTube, Facebook, you all can stay tuned. We will be notifying for all of you regarding tomorrow's satsang. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the satsang. We invite all of you to join back. We thank all of you for joining with us today. Nityanandam.
Established since 2002 in the United States of America, the United Ancient Nations is an intergovernmental organization currently made up of 160+ members and indigenous nations. The UAN and its work are guided by the purposes and principles contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally. Our governance structure is council-based without territorial claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of Kalasa serves as the first indigenous nation specifically for Hindus. Kalasa's mission is focused on the revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilization with a formal governance structure including a head of state, ministers, and ambassadors. Under the leadership of SPH, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, Kalasa has achieved recognition as a sovereign subject of international law, possessing distinctive attributes of juridical statehood. The United States of Kalasa is the main sponsor of the proposed UAN headquarters. This initiative would bring forth an estimated $100 million in revenue for the host country through summits, conferences, tourism, and development projects. The proposed UAN headquarters would represent the world's indigenous nations and peoples through its architectural design. It would blend the best of all worlds, featuring top modern architecture, the highest green building standards, and ancient Vastu architectural principles. This headquarters would serve as a central hub for indigenous diplomacy, cultural preservation, and collaborative efforts towards sustainable development and global peace. Through this initiative, we aim to create a dignified platform for indigenous leadership rooted in ancestral wisdom, cultural legitimacy, and collaborative innovation, enhancing global dialogue and regional stability. The establishment of the UAN headquarters would position a host country at the forefront of a global movement promoting indigenous wisdom while creating significant economic opportunities for the nation and its people.